life. I want them all to leave. Like a big deal orchestra removing itself from the string section so I can fiddle with faith and make music. There is a distance the size of bravery. It forms like words in the mouth of a baby, reaching out to the point where all things meet. And on one end of it sits the info guy, who I imagine holds a second job as church bartender. Behind locked doors leading to the bell tower, none of us are allowed to see sinners. And on the other end, I am standing like shoe polish on an overstocked shelf, hoping one day someone will pick me to make things better. But this is not a showdown or a shootout. We are not facing off. But I can tell from the rumble between dusk and dawn as if the chance to come clean for myself will be outlawed unless I relax. And I have heard that if you pull a big breath through the second hole of a harmonica, tuned to the key of Georgia while a train moves by at the tail end of dusk, there was a good chance that you will finally know what it means to rest. And I have not yet rested. It takes a long time to make love to someone who hates me. It feels like I've been standing here for exactly that long, when at last the rain outside sweeps everyone and takes everyone out of this rest area sweeps everyone and takes everyone out in the rest area with it, except for me and the info guy. And if we were created in God's image, then when God was a child, he smushed fire ants with his fingertips and avoided tough questions. There are ways around being the go-to person, even for ourselves. But today, I will give the answer. And you know what I'm talking about. The answer. So I put my best foot forward. And take that kind of deep breath that gives me away as the type of person who deals with anxiety and odd numbers. Every other minute. In between it, the info guy's eyes grab me. Shift back and forth like mopping floors. With sweat, I sweat in battles against myself. He's got me locked and then he's smiling. He's got me locked in and he's smiling. And if you've never been rocked back by the presence of purpose, this poem may be too soon for you. Return to your mediocrity. Plug into an amplifier and rethink yourself. Because some of us are on fire with the answer. And I am ready for rejection and rebirth balance in my stutter steps. When the info guy finally pipes up like C.R. Avery on a piano box, and he says to me, if I didn't have so much of this life all wrong, I would have gotten it right by now. I talk a whole bunch, but I really only know a few things. So I'm not going to say follow along verbatim here. I'll just tell you a few things that I tell myself, the things I know, and you see what sticks. I know our shoes are stitched from songs about highways. The best ones are the ones about Georgia. And even though I've never been there, it's still the only place I still believe in Jesus. I know no matter what you believe in, you really have to spare yourself the futility of making fun of God. Because that guy hasn't talked in like ever. And I know troubleshooting yourself in the foot and acting the center of your own universe is a tricky dichotomy to deal with. But yes, you are the center of the universe. If you weren't, you wouldn't be here. So in the middle of space and everything floating in it, it is your job to know that the emptiness is just emptiness. And the stars are just stars. And the flying rocks fucking hurt. So please, stop inviting walls into empty spaces. Because I know everything is out there. That's why we call it everything. And I know there are times when you will lay your head to rest and have a moment of brilliance that grows into a perfect order of words. And you will fall asleep. And instead of painting it down on paper, when you wake up, you have forgotten the idea completely and miss it like a front tooth. But at least you know how to recognize moments of brilliance. Because even at your worst, you are fucking incredible. It comes honest. So return to yourself. Even if you're already there. Because no matter where you go or how hard you try, or what you do, the only person you're ever going to be, I know it, thank God, is you.